Hello, you're listening to Yellow King Film Boy. Director Denis Villeneuve's Dune is eagerly expected at the end of the year. The sci-fi epic is scheduled for release December the 18th. Greg Fraser, the Oscar-nominated cinematographer behind Star Wars Rogue One and the recent Disney Channel series The Mandalorian, has recently been interviewed and has talked about working with the director for the upcoming Dune. He said of the movie, "It's a fully formed story in itself with places to go. It's a fully standalone epic film that people will get a lot out of when they see it. It was quite an adventure visually. It was a beautiful experience making it. The people involved with it, I was overwhelmed. Some of the actors, as well as being insanely talented actors, are just lovely people who I've become very close to since then. But will Dune just look a bit like Star Wars, Mandalorian? No," says the cinematographer. "It will look quite different." He said, "It was quite fun because I had to forget a lot of Star Wars when I was making Dune. It wasn't hard though. Denis and I spoke clearly about how the film should look and should feel, and the formats and this and that. So it was not hard to swerve and change lanes. There were some similarities, like the deserts. I mean, listen, ultimately, I'm positive George Lucas was inspired by Dune when he made Star Wars. I don't know if that's sacrilegious to talk about, but there's a lot of similarities in some areas, so you could tell he was definitely influenced by that. So I had to be careful doing both Dune and The Mandalorian, and not to repeat myself, and not just for the sake of the movie, but for fun. I hate to do the same thing twice." So it's good to know this is a standalone film. No cliffhanger endings. Saying that, I haven't read the book, so I don't know. It says here, the movie of Frank Herbert's sci-fi novel is set to be released in December and will cover the first half of the book. But cinematographer Greg Fraser insisted the film is still a fully formed story in its own right. How can it be fully formed story in its own right if it's only half the story of the first book? Any Dune experts out there, feel free to explain. As always, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.